What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here for yet another video, and today we have the top 10 model aircraft of the year. Now this is a 2023 list, so any model included here had to have been made in the year 2023 or be delivered to customers in 2023. So that's really the only rules for this one. 2023, that's it. And we're talking about the top 10 models. Yes, I know it's already April, but this should also give you an idea of some models that are just good to pick up, good models to buy and have in your collection. So let's get started. Top 10 models of the year. And wanted to let you know this video is also sponsored by Coast Diecast. Go check him out. Great retailer in Western Canada. And he has a large selection of model airplanes. Whoa. Oh. These models here that are featured in the video were purchased from Coast Diecast. And you can go get them using a discount code Citrus for 10% off your order. So if you want to get some deals on some sweet model airplanes, really good ones like this and many others that he has from the store, go check out Coast Diecast, use that discount code, save yourself a little bit of money, and let's get started with the list, the top 10 models of the year. And these models were ranked using the Citrus Caliber rating system, so I'll be showing that up on the screen as well so you can see it. But at number 10, we do have the Panda Models, slant altitude models, JetBlue Airbus 320 with circlets. This is one of two that I have. I have two of these. And the first one has some QC issues, which is why the score is a little bit lower. It's at 96 out of 100. The quality ended up having a couple of issues, and I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging. I wish that there was some sort of foam or something used. I like it when models in 400 scale do use foam. I know it's rare to package models in a foam cradle, but it definitely does add protection to the model. Box art is really nice, details really good. Of course, the Panda A320 mold is really good, highly detailed, very accurate to the actual aircraft. Problem is, there's been a lot of quality issues for almost every Panda 320 I've picked up, and these two were no exception. But if you're willing to get past that, the model is really nice. Which brings us on to the next one. At number 9, we have another altitude models, JetBlue 320, also on the Panda 320 mold. And this one did not have as many issues, which is why it got one score higher. So it had a wheel that came off. I was able to easily glue it back on, no problemo. Model was back in service, and I've used it in a few videos. So great model there. And Coast Diecast is the exclusive retailer for these altitude models, at least in the United States. So if you're looking for the altitude models, they produced, one every like 6 months or so. So he's got a nice selection of them. I did pick up the one with the mismatched nose, which I thought was really cool to have. That and kind of a neat feature. That then brings us on to a Gemini Jets model. There will be several Gemini Jets on this list. For those who think I just hate Gemini Jets models, I do not. Yes, they've had some disappointing efforts in the last several years, but they've also had some really good ones too. And this is one of them here. This is the Delta Team USA Airbus 330 Neo. This aircraft came alongside a 200 scale version that came out the year prior of this aircraft. Of course, this aircraft is for the US Olympic team, and Gemini Jets made a really nice version of it with their really nice A330neo mold, which is currently the best A330neo that you can get. The NG version was just announced, so that will be coming in the near future, but as of right now, this version is better than the Aviation 400 and better than the Phoenix version. So the Gemini JC version is really good. The only real demerits I have is there's one quality point. I believe that was for one of my wheels being kind of stuck. Other than that, pretty good. Packaging, I give 8 out of 10 because, again, as good as Gemini Jet packaging is, I really think they should be using foam to hold their models. But that's just my opinion there. Coming in, also at 97 out of 100, we have our first NG models on the list. Also not the last NG models you'll see on the list because they do have some nice models. This is the Spirit A319. NG made a lot of Spirit Airlines models and a lot of nice baby buses. This is the one that I picked up in 2023 that I really liked. There'll be another one on the list. But this one's really nice. Unfortunately, this model had a couple of paint issues with the Spirit Airlines titles. The Bay of Fair titles are very difficult to properly put on aircraft. And unfortunately, mine were misaligned a little bit. And so it gets 2 points taken off in the paint and 1 point off in the quality because of that. Other than that, the model is perfect. NG has a nearly perfect baby bus mold, and it's really good. So great model, great mold, and a great addition to your collection if you're looking for a really good model. Coming in at number 6, we have the Aviation 400 Airbus 350-900 by Turkish Airlines. Now this is my second effort at getting the Aviation 400 A350. My first one was a Delta Airlines one. I liked it. I scored it a 92 out of 100 though, because it had some things I didn't like about the mold. But I was like, you know what, I'll give Aviation 400 another attempt. And I got this one, and I was very impressed with it. The model is overall very, very nice. I still have some concerns with, I think, the forward section of the fuselage may be just a little bit too short. But overall, this one did not have the quality issues that my last one did, and it's a really nice model. So this one scored a very nice 98 out of 100. The only real demerits I get was in packaging, because again, I don't like plastic cradles with models particularly that are this expensive. But it's a really nice model. You got all the extra details that Aviation 400 puts, the dual lighting on it, all the extra antennas, SATCOM boxes, printed details. They have really, really nice details in the fuselage itself, such as the NACA ducts. You can actually feel the space without being, and a few other vents and such, which are really nicely positioned. They make nice models. So if you're looking for really, really high quality wide body aircraft, Aviation 400 has you covered in that area. And they make a lot more models than they used to. And they do it for airlines around the world. So if there's something you're looking for, they probably have it. And they are one of the manufacturers I recommend checking out. At number 5, we have another Gemini Jets model. This one is the British Airways 777-200ER flaps down variant. I picked this one up at the Gemini Jets store, and I'm really impressed with it. It's a very nice model, and I love the flaps down detail. I just think the flaps down detail just adds that extra level of interest to a model. And I personally am a big fan of it. You'll see that I end up picking up both the flap down and the non-flap down version. I got this one at the Gemini Jets store in Las Vegas. Very impressed with it. Quite expensive. I think I paid $64 for it, something like that. So it's not cheap, but the model is really, really well done. The only thing that I really don't like about it is they don't have antennas on the underside. That's the thing that Gemini Jets JC Wings doesn't do. I personally like to see that details, just so that attention details put all around the model. And of course, packaging, 2 points taken off because I really think it should be better. Coming in at 4th position, and this is a model I wish I could give more points, but again, due to packaging, I had to take 2 points off. This is the Gemini Max E7 by the Royal Australian Air Force. This one is an incredible model. And another one that West Coast Diecast had as a unique model that I was able to pick up. It is so cool. Such a neat model to pick up. The detail is insane. There are 37 separately applied detail parts on this model. 37 of them. That's a lot. You don't get that from a lot of models or model manufacturers, but there's 37 on this thing. There's antennas, there's domes, there's all kinds of equipment that is used on this aircraft when it's submarine hunting or doing coastal patrols. This aircraft is incredible. They made a special mold just for this E7, and it looks to be an improved variant of Gemini Jets 737. It's still not perfect, but it's definitely better than the previous one, and it's really, really nice. Just for how unique this model is and all the detail it has, I had to give this 90 out of 100, the best I could do. Really, I love the effort that the Gemini Max models have been putting in. This one is super nice. I wish I could have given it a higher score, but unfortunately I could not. But this model is super, super nice. Another Gemini Jets makes it on the list, and this one is an interactive model. I remember when I made this video on the model, I called it the best model of the year, and it made it in the top 3, so not bad at all. This is the Gemini Jets Interactive DHL 777-200 LRF. What a nice model it is. It's really nice to see a quality model from Gemini Jets with new features. This was one of the first 777 interactive that they'd made. I think the FedEx version came first. They made a FedEx and Etihad before this one, then they made this DHL. It's really nice. I love the opening and closing doors. And also, they actually did a decent job of packaging this model too, because there's all the extra parts you have to put in. They made separate compartments for each part. They put a nice little thing in for the door removal tool. It was actually pretty well done, considering it's plastic. Not bad at all. Pretty well put together. I had to give it 1 point off for quality just because some of the parts don't fit perfectly. They're still working on getting the fitment to be good, but the fitment overall has been generally pretty decent with these models, so I can't complain too much. It's been a good model, 99 out of 100, really high score, and came in as the 3rd position model. This year had a lot of really, really strong models. If this had come out last year, it might have been my #1 model. but this year had a lot of really good ones, so it came in at 3rd position. Coming in at number 2, we had the NG Models Spirit Airbus 321 Neo. This one was almost a perfect model. NG Models has a excellent A321 Neo mold, much better than Gemini Jets one. The shape is good, the engines are correctly sized, the correct number of fan blades, you have the details on the correct position, SATCOM boxes and antennas in the right position. Paint on this was immaculate, detail was really good. I did take 1 point off though, because the box is the wrong shade of yellow. This is not the yellow color for Spirit Airlines. This is like some sort of really dark, you know, not Spirit yellow. This is another yellow. You might have some other thoughts about what that yellow is, but that is not Spirit Airlines yellow. The box not being the wrong color was the reason I did not give it a perfect score. I know that's really picky, but that's the way I do things. 99 out of 100, almost a perfect model. And stay tuned to the next video where I try the United A321 Neo. Let's see if it fails any better. That brings us on to 2 honorable mentions I want to talk about. And these were models that didn't quite make it into the video, but they were good models nonetheless. We have the Gemini Jets Delta ERJ 175. I ended up getting this a 94 out of 100. So not really into my highly recommended just buy it tier. Anything from 96 or better gets a pass, you should buy this model, it's a great model. Anything in the low 90s is a decent model, one that I would say is good for your collections, a nice fleet builder, but not necessarily the best of the best. These are still good models, but not elite museum quality models. Of course, this one has 2 points removed for packaging, and quality I had to take 1 point off because one of my 7 Delta E175s has the forward cargo compartment missing, printed details missing on it. Now, Gemini Jets has said they are willing to send a replacement for that, but they have not done so at this time, so that point will still be on there because I did not get a replacement for it yet. Also, 3 points taken off because there's only one area on this model. There is the underside mast. The underside drain valve mast does have its own separate detail, but there are 3 antennas on the top are missing and 1 on the other underside is missing. So, other than that, really good model. Gets a 94 of 100, and the first regional jet ever to make it on this list. Will not be the last one. 2024 is most likely going to have a regional jet on it, particularly if that Porter E192 continues to stack up with some of the other models I'm going to pick up this year. But that one did really well. Another model just making it outside the video is the British Airways 777-200 ER. This one is the non-flaps down variant, and the reason this one does not quite make it in is unfortunately mine had a few QC issues. So one, the wing came detached, and then secondly, one of the gears, I think it's the left main gear, is a little bit stuck. It's difficult to roll, which is fairly typical for the Gemini Jets JC Wings 777s. This one has that problem as well, so unfortunately it did not make it into the list. So 95 out of 100, just missing out on the list. Had it not had those issues, it would have got a 98 out of 100 and be like right around the top 5. So that is unfortunate, but I had to rate the models as I get them, not how I want them to turn out. And this one had some issues, so 95 100, but overall pretty decent model. So that brings us on to number 1 model of the year. What could it possibly be? What could the number 1 model of 2023 have been? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Gemini 200 Ukraine International Antonov 225. This is the first model I've ever given a 100 out of 100. I've been doing a lot of model reviews over the years. This is the only one that got a 100 out of 100. It has been a perfect model airplane. Perfect. It has been amazing. Details really nice. Quality's good. It's a beautiful model airplane. I personally am a big fan of it. Really like it. Beautiful model. And I look forward to adding it to my new display, which I'm currently still working on, but really nice model, and it's going to be a gorgeous addition to the collection. So that's that for now, and those are the models of the year. Top model, Antonov 225, and the rest of the models did really well that made it on the list. So what do you think the best models of the year were? put them down in the comments below. Let me know what you think the best and worst models that came out in this year were. With that being said, hope you really enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. If you need great models, go check out West Coast Diecast. And we'll see how models in 2024 turn out. So, that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Peace.